Good morning, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Scorpio, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross-watcher. If that is you, welcome back to the channel. Scorpio, another impromptu spiritual message, I guess you could call it, from Spirit itself. There's been I've had a lot of things coming in for Scorpio the last few days, and I have had my own stuff going on that has not given me the time or permission to sit down and do this. So I feel like finally got a second, and that's what I'm going to do. Background has changed a little bit, not too much, but I'm making some changes here as well. So bear with me as it's a little plain looking, right? Cat's wound up this morning. So if you hear him thumping around, he's chasing hair ties. So there, that's his thing. Skip the toys and play with the box, that kind of vibe. All right, Scorpio, for those of you who are tuned in, cross-watcher, if that's you, welcome to the channel as well. Guys, always discern the messages accordingly. Timing is fluid. Scorpio, the way these messages come in for you all, I try to stick to, maybe a month, a couple of weeks, whatever. But for you guys, it seems to just kind of flow in very differently. So I, run with that for what it is. To all of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, and commented, thank you so very much for all of your love and support. Those of you who have booked personal readings, again, I think I'm caught up on emails. If you've not heard back from me and I may have missed you, I don't think I did, please shoot me another email. Personal reads are open and available, so reach out to me via the email in the description box below or the about section of the page. And no, I did not fix my hair today, right? Coon eyes and hair, forever the thing. All right, Scorpio. I'm hearing the word resistance right off the bat from Spirit, and I'm not quite sure what that's about. Tables are turning. Things are flipping. Changes are at hand. I got the chills already. Scorpio, call it the calm before the storm, or you could already be entering the storm is how this feels to me as well. The one thing that I heard this morning, and they're reiterating it now, a couple weeks ago, I did a video for all the fixed signs. So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. I remember in that video talking about changes or choices, something to that effect, right? I think it was choices. Spirit is saying those choices are at hand now. And it could have been a mix of changes and choices, right? In order to make a choice, we have to make a change. So, they go hand in hand. But I do feel like that this Spirit is saying an abrupt ending is coming via the choices that you are making. Some of you could be leaving positions of jobs. You could be exiting contracts. A cycle is coming to close. You're choosing to close something out. That denial in the cycles. The fruits of your labor are going to be rewarded, Scorpio, one way or another. I feel like there's a very serious connotation to this reading for whatever reason. I feel like all of you are really dealing with some big life things, and maybe to the outside world, I want to say, it may not seem like a big fucking deal, but it really truly is for you, whatever that means, right? Like, I don't even know, maybe you've bitched and complained about a job forever, right, as an example, and everybody's like, oh good, you're finally leaving that job, but to you it meant something. So if it meant something to you, it's a much bigger deal to you than what someone else can understand it to be, right? I talk about Brene Brown quite a bit in regards to, guys, read what she writes because she's amazing. But it is, right, where was I going with that? Spirit is just taking me back to the courage over comfort, guys. If we want change in our lives, we have to be willing to, be bold and take life by the horns. And it's not even a matter of control. It's a matter of making change for yourself, leading the way, being your own path, not following the crowd. I personally have always been that person. If everybody was out buying Stanley cups, I'm going out to, Target and buying the cheapest, shittiest cup for $5 because I'm not doing what everybody else is doing, right? Like, play your games, but I'm doing it my way. I don't follow the crowd. And it's giving me that connotation, Scorpio, of you do what's meant for you, not based upon what somebody else believes or thinks you're supposed to be. So I don't even know why. That just totally rolled the way that it rolled out. Don't ask, I don't know, right? There's a message in that somehow. 5 is that change, Scorpio. The 10 is a cycle completion. Scorpio, I've watched you guys jump from one cycle to another, to another, to another. And I can say as a Scorpio myself with 4 placements in Scorpio that, holy shit, right? We've talked about those cycles closing out and reopening and new ones starting and all of these things, you know, and it's like, you may feel as if all the work that you've put in, like, God, can I catch a break? Can I just have the sweetness of the life that I have worked so hard to create and to build? And it's like something or somebody could be trying to deny you of that right. And it's like, Scorpio, you may feel as if you're stuck somehow, right? Stuck in an illusion, stuck in this cycle that I feel like for you, you want to say, I've closed this out over and over again, and yet here it remains. Here it is. It's still doing its same old shit another day. The Spirit just said, but things are changing. Things are changing. For Scorpio, the Scorpio collective spirit, throughout the rest of May or to whenever this needs to be, what does the Scorpio collective need to know? What's going on? The warrior, Scorpio, the fledgling, and reminder. The warrior, you know, I think that whatever challenges you're facing at this time, Scorps, that is the reminder to yourself. You may be trying to remind yourself how far you've come, all the work that you've put in, all the cycles that you've already completed, all the things that you've accomplished to date, right? And it's like, I feel like with this too, that is a mix of yourself and your higher self. Going, look how far you've come. The reminder is you're that much closer. You have knocked down other people's perceptions of who you are, and they can still have their perceptions, right? I'm not saying they stopped judging you or stopped making an assumption as to who the hell you're supposed to be, but you're taking on your own individual role. As I said, it's not following the crowd. You're going from a 2 to a 1 and going, I stand firm in who I am for myself. I command that strength and that presence of myself. I'm not going to forget who I am and where I've come from. 10-11 could be important somehow for you. One's surprise, right? But Scorpio, it's like part of this could be bittersweet in a sense that it evokes a lot of emotion from you. Right? You feel it in the pit of your stomach. You feel it in your soul. You feel it in your mental thoughts. You feel it in your heart space. You know, it's like having that one tear that just rolls down your face and goes, God, am I tired? Like, I just, you know, it's at this point of exhaustion, it almost feels like to me. But the other side of you is like, fuck with me. I want you to. Go there. Let's go there. There's a fierceness, you know. It makes me think of the strength card in the Light Seer's deck. She's half lamb, half lion. What side of me you get depends on you, right? That's how this feels to me. It's like you could also be trying to hide that emotional side or kind of suppressing it, subduing it, going, I'm okay. I'm okay. I've got this. I've got whatever this challenge is. I've got whatever this change is. I've got whatever this choice is. But it's leaving an emotional impact on you in some way. Whether, again, this is job, family, love, whatever the hell this is for you. Spirit is saying bearing your heart and soul. Love comes in, the risk. Loving yourself enough, Scorpio, to take that risk. Look at this, another God-blessed 10. That's the third 10 that you've had in 6 minutes of me reading these cards. 3 10s. Scorpio, I've said to you before, those 3s, and even some of the personal reads that I've done for Scorpios, those 3s have been very heavy and very significant. 3 parts of your life are changing here. And I'm going to tell you, the way this feels to me is 9/11 on the clock. The way this feels to me is also, this could pertain to one particular situation. That's the funny thing about this. There's one particular situation with 3 parts to it. Maybe one of those parts are people. Maybe one of those parts is your emotional well-being in a situation and how you're tied to it. And the third part may be you or a dynamic or situation, maybe a workplace or a person specifically. For others of you, Spirit is saying you could have 2 different situations, but yet these 3 things are changing. So it's like these 3 big changes are abreast one way or another for you. And it's like you being willing, Scorpio, you're mentally fucking sharp right now. despite this emotion, right? There's something about the love that you have for something. So whether this is your endeavors, this is your family, you know, again, whatever it might be for you, the love that you have, the self-care that you have taken on, the persona that you know yourself to be, true at heart, is saying, take this risk. I've got, not even the fact that you've got nothing to lose, but you've got everything to gain. Because the way that things have been done, right? Like, things are set up on structures for so long, and we do it that way, right? That finally, we have the courage and the strength to say what needs to be said and go, I don't really care. And it's not that you don't care. It's, I've had my fill of whatever this is. This has gone on for so long. Why not just make these changes? Why not say and think about the progress that can be made if I do this differently this time? Or I step into a new experience with this risk card. It's like the Fool. 11-11. Taking the Fool's journey. These two cards together, again, equal a 10. For Scorpio, what do they need to know right now, Spirit? What is helping, hindering, aiding? What's changing? The reminder, again. Scorpio, I'm going to say, you got to be kidding me. There's that reminder. It's a 10. 2, 10, and 10. I'm going to also say to you, Scorpio, you could have been dealing, there's that cycle, that 8, right? You could have been dealing with two sides of a situation. This could almost be like a stare down kind of thing too, where you've been in, you could call it competition. I don't feel like you're competing because you're coming into this with love. Where someone kind of seeing you as this toy, this gameplay with that lust card, right? Like they're playing on your emotions. You know, they could have made a vow to, you know, dismantle something for you. And it's kind of like they also come in with this energy of, I'm not, like they want to go like, I don't want to let you win, right? So it's kind of like a little bit of a standoff. This playful energy is them constantly batting at you. You know, I think about it like with that cat on that card. When a cat goes out and gets a mouse, what do they bat it to death. They beat the ever-loving shit out of it till it's completely maimed and they can't, it's just done, right? Okay, eat me, let's get this over with. It's that kind of energy, and it's kind of like every time that you try to move on and move forward, you feel like you're getting maimed again. You are that mouse, that innocent, defenseless mouse that's just being mauled by this big, humongous creature. They just won't let you be. There's a lot of emphasis around your work, the tangible of what Spirit's bringing me. Your pentacles, your money, your stability, your security, your foundational energy. 4-4 on that card. 8, that cycle. This is a split off, Scorpio, of those two foundations. You can be transferring into a new foundational space, and this can be the opposing foundation to whatever, you know, you at home and them at work, right? Like, whatever this is. Spirit says, you know, cause for concern here, right? Like, how do those two integrate? Is it for the better or is it for the worse? Let's see. Well, holy crap. Scorpio, you're, I'm not gonna keep these, but I don't know why I don't feel like I need to keep these, but I feel like the reason these came out is that your dreams, your observations, right? You could be feeling as if you are sitting in a space of observing your entire life right now, or parts of your life. There's another part to this too, Scorpio, that says paradigm shift. Timeline shifts for you all. Like, this is propelling you forward at a rapid rate. And you may feel like you've got to go through all, I mean, you look at that one arrow. It's got a large aura about it, a large, you know, impact about it. And it's focused forward, the foresight to know where the hell you're going, or at least what it is that you desire. But beside all of that is all of this these arrows that are being shot and aimed. You know, I remember dealing with a legal proceeding and somebody said to me, you know, they're going to throw wet spaghetti at a wall and see what sticks. You may feel like, you know, different things are happening and it's throwing wet spaghetti at a wall to see what sticks. Maybe for somebody else that you're dealing with, or maybe for yourself going, something's got to hold up here, right? Pay attention to your dreams, Scorpio. Pay attention to what's coming in, because it's like some of you could be lucid dreaming. Pay attention to your aura. Get an aura reading perhaps as well with this aura and observation. What light are you eliminating? Spirit said you are eliminating. I was like, where did that word come from? Eliminating. Oh gosh, how did they just say it? Eliminating the light. Eliminating from your light what is not in the highest vibrational level of you. So if you're dealing with people with dark energy, right? Like, this is you emitting such a beautiful, radiant frequency about you that I won't say that you're not bothered by the experiences of other people right now. But what I will say is that you may be combating those negative forces by way of remaining calm. Illuminating, there we go. Illuminating the light that shines from within, Scorpio. That's what you're putting out into the universe. It's a positive energy frequency that is just propelling you forward. Make sure you're getting your rest. Spirit is saying make sure that you're resting, make sure you're sleeping well, make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're eating right, make sure you're caring for yourself. That your sleep space is clean, decluttered, put together. It is a place where you walk into your bedroom or wherever you lay your head at night, and in that space, you walk into just peace. That becomes your peace. For some of you, you may feel like the only peace that you have is when you close your eyes at night. That's the only time your brain is shutting off. Okay? Very interesting energy here, Scorpio. They're throwing the whole deck, so that tells me there's a lot of things going on, and perhaps a couple of readings may be necessary, because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it all into this one. All right, for Scorpio. For Scorpio, please, Spirit. What does Scorpio need to know? Perception. Authenticity. Scorpio, you could be, ooh, I got the massive chills. You could be dealing with people that lack authenticity, right? Their perception of you may try to say that you are not authentic in who you are. Change and clarity. I do feel like something here is absolutely coming to light. There could be a lot of writing, there could be documentation. I look at this and I see this as like, makes me think of like the old Civil War documents, right? Like court documents or scrolls of information, right? Like, I don't know why I've got like George Washington in my head rolling around right now, but it's like, here is our declaration, right? Like, here's the Declaration of the United States. It's the Constitution. It's my constitutional right to whatever, 1818 on the clock, right? It's my right to say what I need to say. It's my right to address things for what they are. So whether your Spirit is saying putting on some sort of presentation, or you're presenting some kind of information and or evidence, what is the perception around what you're doing? What is the perception around a situation here? You look at this, oh my God, this hair, right? Like really sticking out. I got wings this morning. This is, Scorpio, I don't know what the hell this even means. Change. Like, you think about, like, if you throw your change on a table or a nightstand or whatever, like, you drop it down and it's just in a heaping pile of shit. It could be like sorting through the shit. You know, it's like discerning what is, you know, Spirit said good money. I don't know what good money means, but maybe you all have an idea. But it's kind of like, here's what's left also. There's a lot of weird messages coming through, Scorps. This reading's a little bit all over the place, but I kind of feel like there's a little bit of information here for all of you in some form for Scorpio. Confidence. Scorpio, you're trailblazing here. Rescue. You're coming to your own rescue. Listen, 3333. There are 4 threes. You know, the thing about these cards, or this particular, how do you say that? Vulpecula? I don't know. I wasn't an English major. There's that hunter and there's that fox stealing what that hunter is out to get. Sly motherfucker. I'm just gonna, this guy's been flushing out the prey, you know, for me. And then somebody comes in and after all the work has been done, tries to take that, right? It's like somebody trying to take that power from you. This could be in relation to a Pisces or a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. But Scorpio, there's an unbreakable bond here in one regard. But there is also this very massive split that happens. Like some of you could be breaking this bond, whether this is an internal bond with the old egoic self versus the higher self of you, or with somebody else that says, I want to be let loose. Cut me the fuck loose. Let me go. There's a lot of this two energy with this. The warrior, this bond card of Pisces, and then Gemini, which we're now in Gemini season, so happy birthday to the Geminis out there. 21:21 on the clock. And this is a duality, right? Good versus evil, perhaps. It's kind of this split that's happening. It's separating yourself from things that are no longer serving you. This 3 is that confidence of you moving on and moving forward, that trailblazing, leaving people in the fucking dust and going, I'm on my way, see you, you know. Scorpio, I think I might have said this for you before. Whatever you're doing does not make sense to somebody else. It doesn't. How do you get in your chariot and just ride off into the sunset? But you are. You know, the one thing last week that Spirit brought to me, and I did not have time to sit down and do a video for Scorpio, was the chariot. I kept seeing the chariot for Scorpio, right? And you could see it as just trusting, being in the state of flow, not holding on to the reins, and just being in a, you know, flow with whatever's happening. Yeah, give me 1 second. I just need to see. Oops, my fat finger. Okay, I had to check the time. Obligations this morning. But Scorpio, there is, watch who you confide in right now, too. You know, it's like poker face, keep your cards close to your chest. Watch who you say what to. Because in whatever this situation is, they don't get it. They don't understand the whys, the whos, the hows, the wheres. I don't even think they fucking care, to be honest with you. They just don't care. Scorpio, this is a very big transition. I don't even know how to put it into words, how I feel in my gut. My gut feels a little nauseated, to be honest. Could be a little bit of fight and flight response kicking in, right? It's like, oh, my nerves are a little altered here somehow. Pay attention to that energy, okay? I think that's very important here. I feel like I really want to use oracles more than anything. All right, let's see. I'm not going to keep this reading very long. I'm trying to keep it short, and then I'll get some more out this week to you guys, time permitting. All right, for Scorpio Spirit, what is the storyteller? Scorpio, another 8. Heavy on the 8s, heavy on the 3s, heavy on the 10s. Oh, and another 10. Get the hell out of here. The storyteller, smoke and mirrors. Feathers. Scorpio, pay attention to feathers. I want to show this to you. Writing your own story, right? I talked about those scrolls and what have you. You see that card, right? And then you see that card. You see the similarities. This is a perception. We talked about that perception, right? Here might be the perception on paper according to somebody else of who you are. what you are. They've made a definition of you that they've tried to box you in and label you as something, right? That blank canvas is, oh no, let me show you who I am. Through these illusions, through the smoke and the mirrors, the bullshit where there's been some, Spirit is using the word misidled concept of what you thought. Let me clear that up for you. It's blank. It's taking it back down to nothing so that something new can be rewritten, Spirit is saying. The Oracle's gift, Scorpio, you are protected. Whatever is trying your confidence at this time, or whatever you feel like you're up against, this, call it, I'm surprised I don't have any tower-like cards here with these oracles yet. Spirit is saying that your cries have been heard. This shift, this transformation, right? This is your biggest blessing yet. You may not understand that, because, you know, our human mind really sits in, we have to understand, right, on that 3D level. Broken open. I'm telling you, Scorpio, this is going to, again, do you see that? 28. 28 has come out twice here with that reminder, and now this broken open. So that number could be very significant for you, but 10-10, 28, 28, 10-10 again. With great big love, yet another 8. Into me I see another 8, exposed and revealed. Whatever narrative people have given about you, whatever this situation is that you're separating yourself from, it takes so much courage and heart to be able to fend off these wolves, Spirit is saying, to move into this next space for yourself. Don't let anybody rattle your confidence at this time. Because whatever this situation, whatever it is that you're writing out here, your confidence is going to be key. Your directness is going to be key. Scorpio, I feel like all of you have a very difficult and informative and illuminating experience going on in your own right in some way. Where some kind of falsified perception has been had, whether it's about you, your role, your label. It's been really muddled. It's been very it's almost like a story that people wanted to buy into, that you were the villain. But you're not. You're not. This broken open, this is coming, your heart space 3 times over here is illuminating via compassion and care in ways that other people are unfamiliar with. Like, it's also kind of like them looking at you and going, how can you be so nice to people that have been so mean to you? Who have just been hateful, spiteful, downright freaking wretched, right? Making up stories, Spirit is saying, about who you are. But yet, you're maintaining that balance. But yet that balance, right, I said, like the lion and the lamb, there's that one tear that rolls down the face, and there's the other side that's like, let's go, take me on, like, let's do this, right? Like, I'm ready. But the internal aspect of the pain that you made, it's almost like residual shit. It's like having acid reflux. Like, what's left over from your dinner is just gurgling in your stomach and you just want to puke it out. Like, a horrible analogy, I know, right? Disgusting. But that's how it feels. It's residual. And I feel like this residual, I'm seeing it almost like TV fuzz, right? The black and white screen, you know, that kind of thing, where it's in there. It's still in there. It's still being, like, regurgitated. It's still being pushed out. It's still being brought to the surface. But what I think is very interesting, Scorpio, is what's underneath all that fuzz as all this shit's coming up and out. It's clear. I talk about metaphorical whatever's here. It's coming out. Whatever's been blurry, right? Smoke and mirrors. The clarity is what sits behind it. It's getting ready to be regurgitated. Spirit said someone's going to have to swallow their fucking pride. You know, so whatever that means to you. What is the storyteller about, Spirit? Two of Swords. Being stuck on an idea and or an illusion, a mental thought process broken open. Scorpio, somebody is trying to make you appear to be unstable. This could be somebody from your past, and I say that with that Six of Cups. This could pertain to children, right? Pretty basic interpretations of the Six of Cups. But the way that they come in is like it's creating some kind of stalemate, right? There's some kind of pause and reflection that needs to happen with that two again. Coming to a crossroads that says this is the truth. Four of Cups. Some of you could be waiting, waiting on something specific to happen so that you can lay claim to any confusion. It's like, let's clear up this confusion. Let's assert the truth to a matter. It's there, right? It's there. Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, healing. You know, somebody could see you healing. Maybe you're even doing healing work. You know, talk about the way you appear to other people, their perception of you versus this work that you've done on yourself. They know, Scorpio, they know who you are. But they're villainizing the work that you do, the person that you are, the persona that, you know, exists from you, who you truly are at your core. How do you balance this? Some of you could be really working on your finances right now and healing things around that, maybe, you know, part of your life path and things of that nature, understanding the tangible world better, finding this balance, making things clear again. I feel like there's a lot of that smoke energy that surrounds various parts of your life, and it's like starting to clear that up, putting it back into balance for yourself. What is this Hermit about? The Judgment. This Eight of Swords. Scorpio, do not, it's like somebody could have really, really tried to get you up in your head. The Hermit is that long journey, that self-introspection. It is learning and gaining the wisdom to make this choice. And I talked about that in the beginning when I said back to that Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius video for the fixed signs a couple weeks ago. That judgment is that release. That judgment is that choice. That broken open is when the truth comes to light in a particular situation here. When the real story is written and told. When you go within and you listen to your inner self, you listen to that higher self, you listen to that intuition, it creates a release. I talked about that residual energy, right? Like you could see that being removed. That soul, whatever this is coming out, right? And she stands there in her purest form. Spirit is also saying a cry for help. If you've reached out to somebody and they don't understand that your pleas have been a cry for help, that's on them. If they don't see through that, they don't understand that, they don't get it, that they're so caught in their own perception of what this is, they refuse to see the truth of a situation, fuck them. Let them go. They're not for you. Six of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to hold on to you. Something's trying to hold on to you. It's like save your money for a rainy day, Scorpio. Don't waste your time, energy, and attention on whatever this shit that's coming back from the past. Because I honestly don't feel like they've got good intentions. Holding you up, pulling you back into the past makes them happy. Eight of Swords, High Priestess. Stay out of your head and listen to your intuition right now, Scorpio. It's going to make the biggest difference for you. Okay? Whew. I don't know what you guys have going on. And I do feel like this is very interesting energy here, Scorpio. That it is the precipice of another breakthrough for you. The world's end. Spirit is saying the world's end. Advice for Scorpio. What try? Self-indulgence. Self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Soulmates. I'm going to tell you, Scorpio, with this soulmate to me it's like a release of people who are not part of your soul tribe and bringing those in. Separate of that, though, the sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking. Somebody could be putting a lot of fucking emphasis on who you are and how you fit into the world. And, like, they could be obsessed. They could be absolutely obsessed. Watching you, looking at you, keeping track of your every move. I think this is a soul contract. Who is this person with the sunglasses, Spirit? They're watching you heal, Scorpio. They're watching you change. Shock. There's a tower. Not today. Boundaries. They want to talk. They want to communicate with you. Listen, if they're stepping back in the sense, this reminder, right? Like they keep going back and maybe replaying events in their own mind where they're trying to get back in your energy. Let those fuckers go. Like, no. We're not doing this again, because if you're sitting back on the sidelines and you're not addressing things, why are you in my life? Like, why are you creeping around? Because that's kind of how it feels to me. You're releasing this person. You're moving on. You're elevating into better partnerships. And for whoever is attached to you, you've had to put up... Ooh, the death card, Scorpio. You're done. You're absolutely done with whatever this is. Give me 1 second. You're absolutely done with whatever this is. Not today. Boundaries hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. Somebody could be hiding behind something too with this smoke and mirrors. And Scorpio, maybe you're the one who's pushing this transformation and change, whether they like it or not. It's a very interesting energy that comes in. It's always interesting with you guys. Spiritual Star Child, 8. Eternal Now, 3. There's those 3s, there's those 8s. Scorpio, you... Like, I'm going to tell you, the way I feel about this card is you are holding the power in your hands of whatever this change is. You get to sift through and allow it all just to flow and go, this is for me or this is not for me. I feel like astrologically, everything is aligning for you. Divine timing is aligning for you. The stars are stepping into perfect alignment for you. Scorpio, you see it. You know it, you feel it, but you could feel like your core foundation has been rocked somehow right now. Somebody could be trying to Spirit said, come against you for the sake of children. Whatever that means. The eternal now. Spirit is this is heartfelt, Scorpio. Somebody with gray hair could be very important. Pay attention. It's whispers. Pay attention to whispers and words that you're hearing. You could have somebody from the other side who is loving and supporting of you, an old grandfather, father, something to that effect. Scorpio, I feel like this is like a mix of many messages for some of you. Spirit is saying confirmation for tidbits of confirmation for anything you've been questioning right now. An invitation to connect. Initiation by water. This is very... It's almost like the other side, Scorpio, is sending you these messages of divine light. They are gifting you with foresight and opportunity. Heart and head coming together. And this initiation by water is a 10, a 5, and an 8. 3, 5, 10, and 8. Scorpio. This energy that comes in with this initiation by water, and that's you, right? That water energy. Water can be the most peaceful and serene thing. And water can be the most destructive energy in the same breath. If you take nothing else from this message, and I hope you've watched it the whole way through, when I've talked about Scorpio, what side of you they get depends on them. You've put this stinger away. You are alchemizing the force of your nature by way of consistent love. Somewhere within, you are finding yourself to step into a space of peace and put that stinger down. It still exists, but the way that you are implementing it is not the same. I will use the force of my emotion, and this isn't you letting your emotions run you amok. You think about the steady stream of water that just stays consistent. Your consistency is key to healing your family, your children. So I don't think I've ever seen this card in this deck. I'm not kidding. You are changing the life of your children, grandchildren, children to come. You are giving release of some sort to a child. Maybe your inner child. Maybe your inner child and your children. Who knows? The heart transmission, another 10. Scorpio, you're leading with love rather than anger. You're allowing the pain to be exactly what the fuck it is, and you are dealing with it as it comes. You are transmuting it. You are thinking about it in the initiation of air, that heart and that head on the same plane. You know what you need to do, and you're not letting your emotions take you for a ride. And this water, that water energy is like, how do I put this? It's like a fountain. The water goes up, it comes down, right? You can maybe even have a little bit of influx in your emotions, but I don't think you're letting them carry you away. That card is so extremely powerful because it reinforces how powerful that water energy is. That when you do all things in love, that's a truth. That's a reality. You can't make that up. Because if someone comes to you with some falsified perception of what love is, it's a matter of when it gets washed away. You know, they can't maintain this idea of love or whatever they think that they're giving to somebody, right? And it's like I see with this eternal now, you could be sending loving energy and thoughts to others despite the bullshit of the smoke and mirrors. This is harboring no anger. Maybe feeling the pain of disappointment, but harboring no anger. Separating yourself in that duality. You go your way, I'm going mine. I want nothing to do with you anymore, but I wish you well. Scorpio, your grace is going to lead you home. Whatever home is for you. Your grace, your compassion, your authentic self is going to be the thing that puts these fires out and carries you forward. I don't know what y'all are going through, but there's some very deep shit to this. Realizations, alchemization, transitions, transmutation, morphing. Whatever's happened, 4411, whatever has happened for you, it's not been about why did this happen to me? What is this teaching me? All right. Scorps, I'm leaving it there. I got lots to do today. Quick message. I will get back to you guys with some more. I hope you're doing well. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I hope this message was helpful for you. And then personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below as well as the about section of the page. I will see you all soon.